Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this game. Yeah, I'm actually still playing it. It's been about, what, like a week since the last episode, and I know everything, trust me. Thing is, though, I had some problems at uni. I say problems, more along the lines of, you know, there was multiple things I needed to do, and, yeah. Some exams didn't go all that well, and so on and so forth, but be that as it may, we're back now. So, we have a fight here that we can take, and we're going to. Right, so this is sort of like gauging the strength of both of the fleets. Let's launch this battle, and we'll determine the strength of the aforementioned fleets ourselves. Right, so what I did was I recorded Resident Evil, like a batch recording of like 8 episodes, 9 episodes, something like that. It was 8, I believe. And I just released those every now and again, occasionally, right? Because those were relatively easy to release, and so I just needed to do a little bit of editing on them, and had to take care of some stuff at uni, basically. And now that's to some extent done, so well, to some extent and capacity, yeah. So I think we can rest easier now. I want to take a look at this ship. It's an Imperial Fists vessel, isn't it? The Void Inquisitor, Pride of something rather. Yeah, it is. It's an Imperial Fists thing. Okay, so do we have any capture points? No? No, okay. Well, in that case, I vote we just park all of our ships. Wait, what was I? It's been a while.
Engines engaged.
Yeah, it's Alt. There we go. We park all of our ships in the thing here, and we bombard the living hell out of these defensive encampments, or stations, or whatever they're called. Defense platforms. Yes, that. Because I do believe these ships will have the range to do that. If we put them at like the edge of the gas cloud. And all our ships are almost undamaged, so yeah, I think this should go relatively well. I think we should present broadside as well, though, shouldn't we? I sort of left them to face forwards, which not necessarily the greatest thing, maybe.
Underway.
So yeah, let's present broadside with these things to the enemy.
Your order.
Like so. Just use basic thrusters to position yourselves exactly like so. I did take a day off, though. I will admit this freely and of my own volition. I did take a day off the other day, for Valentine's Day, actually, for, well, Valentine's Day reasons, I suppose. And it's the sort of day off where you need a day off after it, right? You need a day off from the day off. I'll probably leave the story for like a stream or something, but it's just not something that you really want to have happen to you at any point ever in time. It was, I mean,
we are ready to serve.
Like I said, I won't. Okay, what's this do? This launches the probe thing, doesn't it? Let's launch the probe. Because it will scan stuff, right? I'm having a very strong deja vu sense from what's about to happen. Maybe because I did the same thing some time ago, or at least a similar thing with the probe, but yeah. Suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Enemy in sight.
Right, there it is. So we've identified it as a light cruiser Hellbringer Mark II. Okay, and we've also identified another Hellbringer light cruiser and 2 raiders.
We stand ready.
Okay, well,
Setting priority target.
go to lock-on stance with
We stand ready.
these boys, and sure
Lock
enough
on
with this one
target.
too, and start pummeling them to death.
Show us the enemy.
Now most of our ships have been marked. That's fine. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna take some fire, I think.
Machine spirit
Well, that's not
appeased.
exactly a very intelligent thing to do, is it?
Where shall we strike?
No, it is not, my friends. No, it is not. So let's instead throw some
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
of that on him as well, and we will drop stasis bomb. In front of the thing? Yeah. Drop a stasis bomb in front of the thing.
Give us purpose.
You can send your own squadron in.
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
And as for you, I mean, you've pretty much done... Yeah, I suppose you can scan, because that will mark all the other targets, won't it?
I am listening.
Ooh, we're getting boarded. Alright, not terribly great, but we're holding. Alright, you should be able to catch this one in the stasis bomb.
Receiving your
Hopes.
order.
Okay, now, when you do...
The spirits obey.
I need to slow this down, because I'm fighting on multiple fronts, right?
We stand ready.
Well, I mean, maybe not pause it, but at least slow it down, right?
Transition begun.
Right, send those torpedoes out,
Rouse the engines.
with the idea being, at least I hope, somewhat obvious.
Optimal course set.
If this thing is going to be in the stasis bomb there, or in the stasis field, then
Machine
are
spirit
those secondary
appeased.
batteries still going strong at me, or is it just... I really don't want to know. Board him,
Show us the enemy.
and you can drop a auger disruptor technical bomb thing, I suppose. Alright.
Troop transition
Let's
successful.
get in on some of that action over there. Okay, pretty good so far. Pretty
At
good
your
so
command.
far. Let's have you focus
Targeting
attention on
enemy
one of the
vessel.
raiders. Rally. Council's mutiny, 400 morale, 200 to ally ships. We don't need this. Like, not really, so... For
Where
now,
shall we strike?
leave it as it is, and let's engage the
Where we are
raiders, I
needed.
think. No, we really shouldn't attack this
It will
thing more.
be destroyed.
What with everything going on.
State your order.
I think my torpedoes hit.
To serve the
However,
only
I
sire.
think it's not particularly going to help anyone or anything, is it? Now, Honor the Chapter is an assault thing. We could assault this
Underway.
thing. Ooh, I'm in a position to
Where shall we strike?
do some serious damage to that thing. Mind you, I can do the same with here. And then do a lightning.
That is
And then do a
impossible.
lightning strike. We can't do a lightning strike. Alright, turn the ship around.
Moving to position.
We'll do a heavy boarding thing. But we should do it rather quickly. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be turned into a Hulk until they
We
recrew
are
it.
ready to serve.
It's unnecessary.
Give us purpose.
We'll do one of the chapter on this thing.
Our wrath cannot be
Ooh,
denied.
That did a lot of damage. We can decrew these things.
To serve
Somewhat
the only
effectively.
sire.
Yeah, there you go.
Show us the enemy.
Oh yeah, that's a seriously disabled ship right there then.
Give us purpose.
And you know what else we can do? We can ram them. I know it might sound a little bit silly, it might even sound a little bit suicidal, but we can actually ram these things somewhat decently.
Show us the enemy.
And to an okay effect. Interceptors, Thunderhawk Squadron, yeah.
Launch Thunderhawks.
Those torpedoes you've sent after me, I'd rather not catch them if at all possible. Let's go back into the thing, and actually we can execute a high energy maneuver to make sure we don't catch one of these torpedoes. Which sounds like a decent plan to me.
We stand ready.
Now what we can also do, and I admit that this is not the most intelligent strategy I've come up with so far, but this thing looks severely damaged to me. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it looks damaged. So, keep turning the ship around,
Moving to position.
and at one point we're going to go ahead full.
Full speed.
Right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to ram it. Right, there we go. We ram the enemy ship.
Positioning.
Was it any good,
Initiate
that ram? I don't know, maybe.
bombardment.
You never know with these things. What the hell is my ship doing over there? I don't believe I've told you to go over there at any point in time. Right, scramble all those vessels. You get down here. You...
Engaging
Oh, I don't bloody know. Another stasis bomb. I think if we can... No, I think if we can trap this thing, I think we'll all be...
I am listening.
There's a fire on board. Holy hell.
Moving to
Alright.
position.
Shite. I don't know. Put it out?
Where shall
If
we
only it were
strike?
that simple, Commander.
Redirecting.
Turn faster.
To where we are needed.
So I can't help that I can't help the feeling that we've damaged the enemy ships to a okay degree, but I feel like the issue here isn't damage. The issue here is that they're still very much alive, and with a shockingly large amount of health too. Right, those are boarding torpedoes or whatever. Let's see what we can do with those.
We stand ready.
Boarding assault action, whatever, yeah.
Where shall we strike?
Right, drifting Hulk, there we go.
Feel our might.
Knocked one of them out. Now focus fire on the other thing.
We are ready to serve.
Engaging
We
engines.
can now use stealth to our advantage somewhat.
Enemy in sight.
Never mind that. They just scanned again. Alright, let's do emergency repairs on this thing, because it darn well is in need of the aforementioned emergency repairs. Another fire on board. Mind you, we set the other guy alight as well.
I am listening.
Okay. Lightning strike that thing. Twice. Lost a turret. Wasn't that helpful? Probably should have waited, but okay.
Underway.
Yeah, this thing needs assistance. Like, let's take fire for it if at all possible.
To where we are needed.
Stealth it, keep it in the rear. We blew that thing up. That helps. Scan.
State your order.
And I'm going to pause here. Is it just me or do we have very little in the way of audio? No? It's just me. Okay. There. So it should either hit you, or if it misses, it should hit the guy in the back. There's that broadside to the end,
routines
please.
active.
Onto the chapter.
Receiving your order.
That does a lot of damage. Stasis bomb in the rear.
Show us the
A lot of
enemy.
damage too. I'm gonna lose a lot of hit. I'm gonna lose a lot of guys. Yeah,
Give us purpose.
they're gonna reduce me to a skeleton crew.
That is impossible.
Horrible. Here's the thing though, this thing can still launch
Launch
fighters and whatnot.
Thunderhawks.
And
Show
that
us
is
the
going
enemy.
to be of tremendous aid to
That
the
is
overall war
impossible.
effort. Believe me, you.
We stand ready.
What, can you not? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Send in the assault parties. Yes.
Our wrath cannot be denied.
All power to engine.
To make sure you weren't captured
Engines
in the
engaged.
pod, and we have decrewed one of their ships.
Calculating vectors.
That's kind of amazing, and we've
Give us
barely somehow managed to save this one. Emergency repairs.
We are ready to serve.
And now,
Repositioning.
board, okay,
Optimal course
torpedoes.
set.
Ah,
Engines engaged.
that was one hell of an explosion. Those torpedoes are going to miss, though. Oh well,
Engaging
they're probably going
drive.
to shoot them down anyway, but yeah. Right, back into the... because I've taken their eyes out, if you forgive the
Transition
visceral raw
begun.
imagery of that sentence. I've taken out their eyes to all
ready.
intents and purposes, so... let's go back into the stealth field,
We serve.
if we can. And I'm going to stay in here until
To serve
they
the
deem worthy,
Omnisire.
they deem it worthy to come in and try and actually
Show
do
us the
something
enemy.
about us. Being in this
At your command.
ever so interesting position. Okay, now,
Machine spirit
we're going to
appeased.
board the living Christ out of them. They're just unaware
At
of
your
this
command.
at this point.
I am listening.
We're going to take you out of stealth. You can't do much. We're going to scan them anyway, because we're going to mark the
To
ship.
serve the
and do damage.
Omnisire.
Alright. Now,
Give us purpose.
you have honour the chapter. You also have emergency repairs. No, you're going to honour the chapter, because that does a lot of damage.
Where shall we strike?
And then you're going to launch a successful boarding action as well.
State your order.
And the three working together should hopefully reduce the crew of... yeah, it damaged the generator. There you
Receiving
go,
your
there you
order.
go. That helps, I think. We're also going to do rally, because, I don't know, maybe it helps.
I am listening.
Boarding action over there again. Did we not do
I am listening.
boarding action we could have done?
To where we are
We
needed.
did both. Right, but there you go, they're down to a skeleton crew. Which, as
Boarding successful.
I'm sure you're well aware of, reduces the combat effectiveness of their craft significantly.
Show us the
I love how
enemy.
we have one ship in the back barely holding on, but they've
With
decided not to
matchless
shoot at it.
efficiency.
Just to be extra nice towards them or something, I don't know.
Underway.
We set a fire on board the
Rouse
enemy
the
vessel.
engines.
We're out of torpedoes, unfortunately.
The spirits obey.
But the what does Bane say again? The flames are rising. Yes, there you go.
We are ready to serve.
Alright, and
Thruster
this thing's
routines
days
active.
are numbered.
Where shall we strike?
Turn around. You can come to a halt.
The spirits
and
obey.
I think this should
Give us purpose.
realistically be it.
Engines engaged.
Send out a squadron of these.
Repositioning.
And there we go. Alright, they have mutiny on board.
State your order.
And boom. Alright,
Receiving
you
your order.
are gone.
Engaging
So, now,
drive.
this thing and this thing, I think, are in
We
range
stand ready.
to pull off some miracles.
Transition
Maybe,
begun.
I don't know. Now, they've lost 2 turrets.
We wait your
You have
command.
lost no turrets. Here's the miracle that we need to pull off. You need to get rid of these 4 things. Now, in theory, I think you can outrange them
Machine spirit
from
appeased.
here. Which indeed you can. Okay.
Calculating vectors.
Right, there we go. Now we're firing with the long-range macro batteries. on the two things. If I repair this, does that get me access to the... No, it doesn't. This is permanently damaged. Shame. But you can send wings of fighters and whatnot. You have also fixed some things up, kind of. So you should be able to get into stealth here and pour some effective fire downrange. Beauty of this is there is no timer to when this is going to happen. So we can just send our squadrons willy-nilly, as it were, and not really worry about much at all. Accuracy's turning out to be a little bit of a problem, but I'm not going to go in there and fight them. So I would gain nothing, and they can do somewhat considerable damage because there's 4 of the bloody things, and they can focus fire. What we're going to do instead is we're going to speed up to speed 3, and
Show us the enemy.
At this point, there's not going to be much more than that. We'll continue sending aircraft.
We stand ready.
Enemy defense
I
platform
think I
destroyed.
can bring you in here, and I can do call to arms. But there you go. See, the damage they do is not insignificant. Let's do call to arms. You replenished some troops for yourself, but the other guys didn't need troop replenishing.
Where shall we strike?
Okay.
I am
So
listening.
now here's the question. Can you outrange these things up here without being
Give us
stealth?
purpose.
Because if you can... There you probably cannot. Let's try it with the light ship first. Mind you, it has the least range. No,
We
it
serve.
has decent range. No, I think we're good. I think we're good to move up now. With both
At
of
your
these.
command.
Actually, all 4 of these, probably. Mind you, this one's not going to do anything
us the enemy.
because it's targeting... what do you need for these things? Permanently damaged. Agitators? I don't know. Some systems, it has some systems that are permanently damaged, so
We
they can't
stand ready.
bombard at long range. But yeah, just go speed 3 and end the battle that way. I'm actually firing on 2 different targets at this point, which
Give us
assuming
purpose.
does help.
At your command. Launch
Send
Thunderhawks.
Thunderhawks and
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
actually. Yeah, they don't do a lot of damage, but you know, what else are we gonna do with them? We can't fight any Chaos
Show
warships
us
with
the
them.
enemy.
Chaos warships have been destroyed, so
Give
head
us
down just to their
purpose.
stationary targets.
We stand ready.
Now first fire on the 3rd one.
I am listening.
Something left on this one. Now they particularly, I mean, they hang around. I suppose they keep the AA batteries busy. While we're sending the other ones. Alright, yeah, I'll accept that. Did some substantial damage. Down to a skeleton crew. What the shields got up.
Enemy defense platform
And there you
destroyed.
go. That thing's blown up.
Hold course.
Marines.
Where shall we strike?
Rouse the engines.
Doesn't matter. And I think we're gonna actually send
Engines
in this
engaged.
ship now. like quickly
Full
in.
speed.
Gonna launch its
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
hawks. He's gonna board the enemy thing.
Underway.
And this is all more or less to prove a point that you don't need to do this, and why I'm not doing this, because
Where we are
half
needed.
its shields are gone.
Full course.
And that's what pretty much focusing all the
Receiving your order.
firepower I have on the bloody thing. So
We are
yeah,
ready to serve.
overall don't recommend
Underway.
it. But
State
since
your
we're doing
order.
it, might as well be doing it all the way.
Optimal course
Send
set.
in the other
Where shall we strike?
vessel as well. Actually move this one out
Repositioning.
and rotate them. I suppose that's one of the ways to do it.
With matchless efficiency.
Knock
Machine
the shields out
spirits
before I can
appeased.
rotate it all the way. Alright. Boarding.
Skitari assault successful.
And here I suppose you
Begin
can do a
rearmament.
reload because you're in close.
We stand ready.
Enemy defense platform destroyed.
And there we go. That should be everything, and indeed it is. So, the Imperial Navy is victorious once again. How the hell are we going to dislodge Chaos from the Cadian sector? I have no idea. Or from the Cadian system. I have no idea, but skirmishing and minor fights like these around the periphery of it, and around other systems around the other systems in the area, do seem to be going okay. So there we go. Gained a bit of renown, and yeah, these will need extensive repairs. Renown rank 2, command capacity +1, fleet capacity +50, increased leadership, available tonnage C-class upgrade points
High
+1.
Command has granted its blessing to our work. Our fleets grow in capacity.
Interesting. So we can now upgrade stuff. Ooh. Okay. I can now build proper cruisers. That is... Ooh. Lightning strikes deal 1 additional damage. Meh. 1 additional loads of any type of audience. Meh. Don't like these that much really. Armor piercing. The armor of the target is reduced to 50 against macro weapons. I mean, we mostly use macro weapons. Fire aboard. Command and stance cooldown reduced by 10%. Not that useful. Shield generation speed by 25%. I think I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Do I have anything else I can spend? No. No, I do not.
The enemy will be mobilizing. A watchful eye must be kept on their systems.
True,
We now have the
true.
opportunity to forge a new fleet.
Okay. I can now forge a new fleet. Yay me. See, I got 2 light cruisers here. These 2 light cruisers I can toy around with. I like these. And this one's like mostly a what class is this? It's torpedoes, macro turrets, macro batteries. This is the macro turret, these are the macro batteries, right? Yep, it says just a pure broadside cruiser, fire torpedoes and turn broadside, basically. Alright, we're going to end the turn there, but... we need to go to the Freemass sector now. Because I think that'll gain me some additional points and whatnot too. Alternatively, we try and like group the guys up. He only has one movement point left, then let's not do that. I don't have any resources to build any fleets either. Let's just end the turn there. Okay. These have been a little bit repaired. This one, not so much. Over here, these have been okay. These have been decently repaired. Let's go to Vorga Talk with this one. And now that's 274. I can't send that against God knows what's in there. Like, not really. But what if I can build another ship? Well, I can't really do that considering my resource situation, can I? Right. Well, could build a Gothic class cruiser though. That would be. That'll be the day, right? I guess wait one more turn and then go. Guess, I don't know. Now here's the real problem. I have no idea what I'm gonna do when my production gets cut by 100, because it will, like, very soon. Freemass is an agri world as well, that's not going to help. This is a forge world, this will help. Cantrell will help. And we need to get it anyway to do the mission. It's guarded by everything known to mankind. But I think we send the ships now, right? We send the ships here now because it's 390 something. We have them outnumbered, so we just send this. Send this in. Leave this for repairs. Do they repair quicker in? In like a... Well, do or don't, I'm going to send them anyway. I hope they repair quicker if they're like in the system with a shipyard. I'm not sure they do, but anyway, that doesn't make much of a difference at this point. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, not next week, tomorrow, for the next episode. Until then, like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed, and we'll stay tuned with the rest of the series. We're also going to be playing Metro Exodus in, well, relatively soon. I think I'm going to wait to end Resident Evil, and then it's going to be the next game. But anyways, until next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.